So I learned a lot of lessons that, most people don't have to learn today or shouldn't have to learn, but I learned how to, conduct myself around the superior race and an interest.
It's a lot in my life, the way I kind of stepped back from Hollywood at one point, being the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Samuel L. Jackson has indirectly revealed how Hollywood brutally blackballed Chris Tucker, and it is shocking. So what exactly did he say? Samuel L. Jackson has recently been speaking his mind concerning comedians in the industry who are allegedly involved in blackballing fellow comedians. And one person he hasn't been shy in addressing is Steve Harvey. For context, a while back, some photos popped up online showing Jackson and his wife hanging out with Harvey and his wife at a vacation spot. At the time, people thought they were super close pals. Even the headlines made it seem like they were inseparable buddies. They were all pictured chilling together on a fancy yacht, making it sound like they had this glamorous friendship going on, right? But recently, Samuel decided to clear things up. Turns out those yacht hangouts weren't planned at all. According to Jackson, he and his wife were just heading to their usual vacation spot when they unexpectedly ran into Harvey and his wife. And let me tell you, Jackson seemed pretty eager to let everyone know that this wasn't some fancy Hollywood setup. It was just a happy accident, plain and simple.
Steve Harvey, I hear y'all take vacations together on the yacht or something.
Well, we get on the boat with Magic and Cookie. Steve and Marjorie have their own boat.
Now, this situation begs the question, why isn't Jackson exactly thrilled about Steve? Well, it turns out Samuel L. Jackson's lukewarm feelings toward Steve Harvey might stem from an unexpected source, Bernie Mac. And guess who wasn't exactly Bernie's biggest fan? Yep, you guessed it, none other than Steve Harvey. Let me break it down for you. Back in the day when they were part of the same comedy clique, Harvey seemed to have his sights set on one thing, sidelining Bernie Mac. Pretty harsh, right? Especially when they were supposed to be a united front, climbing the ladder of success together. But it seems Harvey had a bit of a reputation for putting himself first, and this goes way back. Let's take a trip back to the early 2000s. Remember the legendary original Kings of Comedy show? If not, you're missing out on a big piece of Steve Harvey's career. Picture this. Harvey, alongside 3 other comedy giants, became a household name with their comedy tour dubbed the Original Kings of Comedy. The lineup included D.L. Hewley, Cedric the Entertainer, and the shining star, Bernie Mac. This wasn't your average comedy tour. It brought in the big bucks and left an indelible mark on the comedy scene. But here's where things get interesting. There's talk that while they were bringing the house down with laughter on stage, behind the scenes, Harvey wasn't exactly playing nice. Rumor has it that tensions arose from Harvey's attempts to outshine Bernie Mac. So here's the scoop. Harvey, with his smooth-talking charm and larger-than-life presence, was hailed as the suavest performer in the original Kings of Comedy. But then there was Bernie Mac, whose comedic style was a roller coaster of emotions, delving into raw, real-life material. Some say Harvey might have felt a twinge of envy over Bernie's unique approach, and what started as a minor issue soon escalated into a full-blown feud. Even Cedric the Entertainer, another big name from the tour, spilled some tea, and now the internet's abuzz with this comedy kerfuffle. Turns out, those whispers about Harvey and Bernie Mac not exactly seeing eye to eye during the Kings of Comedy tour might have some truth to them. Cedric recently let slip on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, Club Shay Shay. According to Cedric, the tension between Harvey and Bernie wasn't just some backstage chatter, it was real and had its repercussions. It even put the brakes on the Kings of Comedy crew's plans for another epic tour. Just imagine all the laughs we missed out on. But hold on, there's more. Back in 2003, Bernie Mac spilled some secrets in an interview with GQ magazine, alleging that Harvey was envious and tried to meddle with his movie roles. Now, this is not anything new. Hollywood elites are notoriously known for blackballing some of the most promising actors simply because they refuse to conform to their demands. And this is what happened to Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker was once the highest paid actor in Hollywood. According to Celebrity Net Worth, in total, Chris earned at least $50 million from his work in the Rush Hour franchise alone, roughly $65 million after adjusting for inflation. And then one day he vanished from Hollywood, leaving people wondering, where did he go? Growing up in Atlanta with 2 sisters and 3 brothers, Chris and his siblings always entertained each other, which sparked his love for comedy. In high school, he was voted most humorous and started hosting talent shows and doing stand-up comedy. At 19, he left Atlanta for Los Angeles to kickstart his comedy career. He quickly landed a spot on Def Comedy Jam, where his fast-paced delivery and lively presence wowed audiences. His talent even got him roles in music videos for big names like Dr. Dre, Heavy D, Tupac, and Mace. But it was his role as Smokey in Friday that really launched his acting career. The director F. Gary Gray chose him over more experienced actors because he saw potential in Chris's improvisation skills. Despite a so-so audition, Gray knew Chris had what it took to make the character come alive. Despite a tight budget and a quick filming schedule, Friday became a hit, earning $28.5 million and turning Chris into a well-known actor. As Smokey, he brought laughter to audiences with his portrayal of a fun-loving, weed-smoking character.
Gotta start the day off right, man!
This role was a stark departure from his clean-cut comedy routines, showcasing Tucker's impressive range and versatility as an actor. It was evident that he was more than just a one-trick pony, and the world took notice. However, it was the year 1997 that would be the turning point in Tucker's career. He had not one, not two, but 3 hit movies released in the same year. The world was witnessing the meteoric rise of a Hollywood sensation. Tucker starred in The Fifth Element, an action-packed sci-fi extravaganza that showcased his ability to carry a big-budget blockbuster. He followed it up with Money Talks, a hilarious comedy that had audiences rolling in the aisles. And just when we thought he couldn't get any better, Tucker graced the screen in Quentin Tarantino's Jackie Brown, proving that he had the chops to hold his own alongside veteran actors in a crime drama. By this time, Tucker's career had blown up, and he was even being looked up to by current Hollywood elites like Jamie Foxx. In fact, Foxx spoke about an incident in which Tucker got him shook. The defining juncture that reverberated through his career occurred when Chris Tucker, an unexpected contender, swiftly claimed the spotlight. Foxx, celebrated for his exceptional flair and artistic versatility, found himself profoundly disconcerted by this sudden twist of fate. During a candid appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Foxx reflected on a pivotal moment when fame briefly swelled his ego, stemming from his tenure on In Living Color. He candidly recounted his astonishment when he first encountered Tucker on stage. He stated, "Who is that on stage?" I said, because I just came up. "I'm Jamie Foxx. Who could that be funny?" "You didn't mean," and I opened that door. It was a skinny little black dude with a tank top on it didn't fit. It was Chris Tucker, and when I say he was unaliving them, and it shook me, and I knew that I wasn't funny like that. The incident, as narrated by Foxx, unfolded against the backdrop of their shared passion for comedy. Tucker, a rising star in the comedic realm, had already carved out a niche for himself with his distinctive style and infectious energy. In a moment that showcased Tucker's unapologetic authenticity, he managed to catch Foxx off guard and shake the foundations of his self-assured demeanor. The unexpected encounter served as a defining juncture for Foxx, prompting him to reevaluate the delicate balance between fame and humility. It became a stark reminder that, in the unpredictable landscape of Hollywood, even the most celebrated artists are susceptible to moments of vulnerability. Tucker's ability to leave an indelible mark on Foxx, a seasoned performer in his own right, speaks to the profound impact of genuine and unfiltered talent. In any case, all of Hollywood was in awe of Tucker's talent and box office draw, and he was on top of the world. The offers were pouring in, and it seemed like there was no stopping this rising star. But little did we know that beneath the surface, Tucker was beginning to feel boxed in. You see, success in Hollywood often comes with a price. As much as we like to believe that actors have control over their careers, the truth is that they are often at the mercy of powerful producers, directors, and studios. For Tucker, this meant being bombarded with similar roles, the kind that played to his comedic strengths but failed to explore the full range of his abilities. The gossip columns began buzzing with rumors about Tucker's refusal to accept certain roles. He became selective, turning down lucrative offers that didn't align with his vision for a diverse and meaningful career. Some industry insiders labeled him as picky, while others saw it as a rebellion against being typecast. As the years went by, Tucker's absence from the big screen only fueled the gossip mill. Yes, he made a few sporadic appearances, hosting award shows and releasing a stand-up special on Netflix. But it wasn't enough to quell the whispers. Fans wondered if he was planning a grand comeback, while critics questioned if he had lost his star power. In truth, Tucker was playing a dangerous game in an industry notorious for being fickle. Hollywood had a long-standing history of pigeonholing black artists into stereotypical roles, perpetuating racial biases and limiting opportunities for authentic representation. It was as if they couldn't see beyond the color of his skin, denying him the chance to showcase the full extent of his talent. Typecasting was another weapon Hollywood used to keep Tucker in a box. They kept offering him roles that played on racial stereotypes, making him this exaggerated, hyperbolic, and loud character. It was like they were stuck in a time warp, refusing to let him evolve as an actor and grow beyond the confines of these limiting roles. Beyond the limitations of typecasting, Hollywood's penchant for dominance is evident in its preference for actors who conform to its established standards. Chris Tucker, a celebrated actor known for his role in the Rush Hour trilogy, experienced the apex of success in his career. However, feeling constrained by the industry's limitations, he made a conscious decision to step back. Reflecting on his retreat from Hollywood, Tucker expressed a desire for more than the perceived ceiling of success. He sought a broader perspective on life by engaging in personal experiences, global travel, and humanitarian endeavors. In an interview with My Classics ATL, Tucker emphasized that his aspirations extended beyond personal accolades, highlighting the importance of becoming someone who contributes positively to the world. At the time, many questioned why a highly paid actor would voluntarily step away from such a privileged life. The answer lies in Tucker's yearning for freedom from Hollywood's control. The entertainment industry is notorious for dictating not only an actor's career trajectory, but also influencing their personal choices, including how they dress and behave. Hollywood's inclination to exercise authority over its performers was a force that Tucker actively resisted. He chose a path of independence, rejecting the industry's constraints on individual expression. For him, the decision to step back was a deliberate choice to break free from the pervasive control exerted by Hollywood and pursue a more authentic and liberated existence. Additionally, there was also the issue of emasculation faced by young Black artists in Hollywood. Emasculation refers to the undermining of one's masculinity, often through ridicule, degradation, or infantilization. In the context of the entertainment industry, it involves denying Black men the opportunity to portray diverse and well-rounded characters that showcase their depth and humanity. In Tucker's case, emasculation was evident in how he was continuously pushed into roles that emphasized humor over depth, effectively reducing him to a one-dimensional character. This emasculation not only affected his career opportunities, but also reinforced harmful stereotypes that belittled the intelligence and emotional range of Black men. But amidst all the challenges and obstacles, Tucker remained steadfast in his quest for more meaningful roles. Adding fuel to the fire, Tucker's newfound faith in Christianity was cited as a reason for turning down certain roles. He wanted to be a positive role model and felt some characters didn't align with his spiritual journey. While some admired his dedication, others wondered if he was rebelling against Hollywood's expectations. Hollywood's reluctance to embrace change and diversity in the late 90s and early 2000s only served to stifle the growth and potential of talented Black artists like Chris Tucker. They were handed a script, but the lines were already written for them, pigeonholed into roles that perpetuated harmful stereotypes and failed to explore the full spectrum of their abilities. These talented artists had little control over their careers. The power dynamics in Hollywood left them at the mercy of decision-makers who didn't always have their best interests at heart. It was like they were puppets, and the strings were being pulled by others. No wonder they couldn't break free from those stifling roles. In any case, after taking a hiatus from Hollywood, Chris Tucker's life became a mess. In April 2005, the actor's life took a dramatic turn when he was pulled over in Georgia for driving his Bentley at a staggering 109 miles per hour on the interstate. The situation escalated as he faced charges of reckless driving and fleeing to elude, stemming from his failure to pull over for state troopers immediately. Tucker asserted that he hadn't seen the trooper or heard the sirens during the ensuing 10-mile chase. The surprising reason for his high-speed escapade was his alleged attempt to reach his 11 a.m. church service in South Carolina. Ultimately, he pleaded guilty to the charges, accepting a fine of $6,999. As reported by Today.com. In 2007, Tucker made a temporary comeback to the big screen with the release of Rush Hour 3, a project that reportedly earned him a substantial $25 million, according to the New York Times. Eager to celebrate his success, he invested in a $6 million home situated in an Orlando, Florida suburb. However, this purchase was not without financial strain, as revealed by The Hollywood Reporter, which disclosed that Tucker had taken out a $4.2 million loan to acquire the lavish 5-bedroom residence. Following this brief resurgence, Tucker once again retreated from the limelight, facing a different kind of spotlight, that of financial distress. While absent from blockbuster films, he garnered attention for being heavily indebted to the IRS. In July 2010, TMZ reported that the actor owed a staggering $11.5 million in unpaid federal taxes, spanning the years 2001, 2002, and 2004 through 2006. The financial ordeal extended beyond the federal level level, with the state of California filing a lien against Tucker for allegedly neglecting to pay $3.5 million in state taxes during the same time frame. As per NBC News, the actor's newly acquired Orlando home was at risk of being seized due to a debt amounting to $4.4 million. Adding to his financial woes, the IRS placed an $11.5 million lien on the residence, aiming to collect the unpaid taxes. To avert foreclosure, Tucker engaged in negotiations for a short sale of the property. Despite owing $4.4 million, the bank accepted a bid from a buyer who offered a mere $2 million. Simultaneously, he sold another Florida residence for just over $1 million, significantly lower than the initial asking price of $1.5 million. Despite these setbacks, Tucker attempted to regain his financial footing in 2011 by returning to stand-up comedy with a nationwide tour. However, his troubles persisted. In February 2012, the state of Georgia exacerbated his financial woes by adding an additional $500,000 to his tax bill for the failure to pay in 2007. This pushed Chris Tucker's total debt to a staggering sum, exceeding $12 million. Anyway, in a pivotal turn of events, Chris Tucker found himself finally captivated by a script that resonated with him, leading to his enthusiastic acceptance of the role of Danny in the 2012 film Silver Linings Playbook. This marked a significant moment in his career, breaking a hiatus that followed, lasting 4 years. The resumption of his on-screen presence occurred with his portrayal of Albert in the 2016 film Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. During a candid 2017 interview with Essential, Chris Tucker took the opportunity to assure his fans that despite his temporary withdrawal from the limelight, he remained actively engaged in various pursuits. Beyond the realm of acting, he embarked on philanthropic endeavors, establishing his own charity. Simultaneously, he continued to connect with audiences through his enduring passion for stand-up comedy. In his own words, he emphasized his selectivity in choosing projects. "I am picky. I like to do stuff I can bring something to. I don't want to do something to just be doing something." Since 2017, Chris Tucker's cinematic journey has navigated a somewhat quieter path in terms of blockbuster hits. However, whispers of a potential reunion with Jackie Chan for the much-anticipated Rush Hour 4 Inches have stirred the entertainment landscape. While the specifics are still being worked out, fans eagerly await the prospect of witnessing the dynamic duo back in action. Beyond the potential Rush Hour 4 Inches project, Chris Tucker has expressed openness to another sequel, this time for the iconic Friday series. Titled Last Friday, he articulated his willingness to participate as long as the narrative makes sense and promises to bring joy to fans. This revelation adds an intriguing layer to Chris Tucker's future endeavors, hinting at a possible revival of beloved characters and narratives that have left an indelible mark on popular culture. As the anticipation builds around these rumored projects, it's worth reflecting on Chris Tucker's enduring impact on the entertainment industry. From his early days of comedic exploration in Atlanta to the heights of Hollywood success, Tucker's journey exemplifies resilience and a commitment to projects that resonate with his artistic sensibilities. His ability to seamlessly transition between stand-up comedy and compelling on-screen performances speaks volumes about his versatility as an entertainer. Furthermore, the 4-year hiatus that followed Silver Linings Playbook and Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk highlights Tucker's deliberate approach to his craft. Rather than succumbing to the pressures of a constant spotlight, he chose a path that allowed him to pursue meaningful projects and maintain authenticity in his artistic expression. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.